Good morning, students. Here we come up with the very important short note, inguinal lymph nodes. This will also help in the lymphatic drainage of the lower limb. So therefore, our short note is inguinal lymph nodes. So therefore, we start with definition. As we know, these are the group of lymph nodes which are located around the inguinal region. These group of lymph nodes are divided into two parts, superficial and deep, according to the disposition of deep fascia, that is fascia lata of the lower limb. So therefore, according to disposition of the fascia lata, the entire inguinal group of lymph nodes is divided into superficial and deep. Superficial group of inguinal lymph nodes. So in the superficial group of inguinal lymph nodes, the superficial inguinal lymph nodes, they are located in the subcutaneous tissue, and therefore they are divided into basically two groups, upper and lower. So therefore this superficial inguinal lymph nodes are divided into upper group and lower group. Upper group is also known as the horizontal part. So it is a horizontal group, horizontal part. They are arranged in a horizontal manner. Lower group is arranged in vertical manner. So it is also known as vertical path. Very clear? Now we come up with each of the groups. So therefore, before we start with each of the groups, I would like you to draw a simple diagram which will show the entire lower limb. So supposing here this is the anterior superior spine, this will be the area of inguinal ligament, and we show here just below inguinal ligament, in this box, rectangular block box, the entire upper group of inguinal, superficial inguinal lymph nodes, which is located just below the inguinal ligament. Here we should complete this with the scrotum and the penis, scrotum and the penis, and then we will complete this with medial compartment of the thigh. That goes too far. We can just reduce the thickness, and then we will complete this with the lower limb, leg. So therefore, this is the thigh, this will be the leg. Here we have to concentrate in the inguinal region. This will be the anterior superior iliac spine, and this is of course scrotum and penis. This structure here we can show with green color will be inguinal ligament. So therefore this will be the inguinal ligament, and now the actual location of upper group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes, and they are located just below the inguinal ligament, and those lymph nodes I will draw in blue color. They are arranged in the form of lateral group and medial group. Here I have shown each group contains 3 each. So therefore, basically the upper group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes will be around total 5 to 6 lymph nodes. Here 3 and 3. So therefore now the upper group, horizontal group, which are lying just below inguinal ligament, number around 5 to 6. They are divided into lateral and medial group. And therefore these lymph nodes, now I will put some color inside, these lymph nodes which I am coloring, these are the upper lateral group of inguinal lymph nodes. So therefore I will name this as upper lateral group. Now this upper lateral group of inguinal lymph nodes, of course, they belong to upper group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes. Similarly, here I will give color to these three lymph nodes which are included in upper medial group. So therefore, here I will give this name as upper medial in upper group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes. Very simple. Remember, this is a very important short note, but from this short note, so many innumerable amount of MCQs can be asked with respect to area of drainage of upper medial group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes, area of drainage of upper lateral group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes. Now areas of drainage. We have seen the location, we have seen the extent, we have seen how many they are. Now area of drainage. The areas of drainage of upper lateral group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes will be from two places, and those two places will be, I will show these two arrows in the direction in which we show afferent lymphatic channels. So therefore the upper lateral group will receive the lymphatics from number 1, anterior abdominal wall below the umbilicus, which is called infraumbilical part of anterior abdominal wall, which I will show with orange color arrows. Here I will show it with orange color arrows. Now this is how the lymphatic drainage coming from infraumbilical part of anterior abdominal wall. And number 2, it will also receive lymphatic drainage from gluteal region. These are the two areas of drainage. So therefore, the upper lateral group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes, they will drain the lymphatic drainage. Afferent lymph vessels, they will receive from two areas. Number 1, from these arrows which I have put infraumbilical part of the anterior abdominal wall, and these arrows which I have put from the gluteal region, which we can write it as the upper lateral group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes will receive the lymphatic drainage from the anterior abdominal wall, infraumbilical part of anterior abdominal wall, and gluteal region. This is where it will receive the area of drainage. Now we come to upper medial. Now this upper medial group, very important. The upper medial group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes here will receive the area of drainage from number 1. It will include subcutaneous tissue of the infraumbilical part of anterior abdominal wall. So therefore here I will mention one arrow as the subcutaneous tissue of anterior abdominal wall. Which portion? Infraumbilical portion. Number 2, the area of drainage number 2 of upper medial group of superficial inguinal lymph node will be from the, very important, it will be from the penis including prepuce in case of males. In case of females, vulva and vagina below the hymen. We have to note it down. These are asked in MCQs now. That was what I was referring to it. So therefore another arrow I will put here as prepuce and the entire penis. Penis including prepuce. This is asked in MCQ in case of males. And also there will be, in case of females, vulva including vagina below the hymen. This is very important. This is also asked in MCQ. The vagina below the hymen and vulva, they will drain into upper medial group of the superficial inguinal lymph nodes. Then it will also receive from the scrotum. So this includes, in case of males, along with the penis and prepuce, the scrotum. That is also included. Please note down. After that it will include the entire perineum. So therefore here I will put another arrow and will include the entire perineum. The structures in the perineum will drain the lymphatic drainage into the upper medial group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes. And then it will also include anal canal. This is very important. Anal canal, but this anal canal will be below the pectinate line. That is very important. So anal canal below pectinate line. This is very important. So the anal canal which is below the pectinate line will drain its lymphatic drainage into upper medial group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes. And lastly, this upper medial group will receive its lymphatic drainage from the uterine vessels, from the uterine region, from the uterus. Rather, you should always mention it as uterus. But which portion of uterus? The portion of uterus around the round ligament of the uterus. So the uterine lymphatics will drain into upper medial group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes around the round ligament of uterus only, around the round ligament of uterus only. So these are the afferent lymphatic channels which will drain in the upper medial group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes. Here we come across to the lower group. Now we come across to the lower group, which we have written here as vertical. Upper group we have finished, which was horizontal, which was divided into upper lateral and upper medial. We have discussed their areas of drainage, their afferent lymphatic vessels. Now lower group, which is vertical, lower group, and that vertical group we are going to draw here. So when we focus here, we will draw first the great saphenous vein. So the great saphenous vein, here I will show it with violet color. The great saphenous vein, we will show that this is the great saphenous vein. Simple line diagram we have to show, and we have to arc it so that we can show that it will open into, it will drain into femoral vein. This is how we show arcing. So therefore this is the great saphenous vein. Now lateral to great saphenous vein, there will be arrangement of vertical group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes, or the lower group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes, and number will be around 4 to 5. So here we draw the 4 lymph nodes. Once again, the location will be, they will be located on lateral margin of great saphenous vein. Always note down. So 4 lymph nodes which I have drawn, and here I will mention them as the vertical group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes. The vertical group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes, or it is also known as the lower group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes, located lateral to the great saphenous vein. Areas of drainage, they will drain all the entire superficial lymphatics of lower limb, except, now therefore here we can show this in the form of arrows, since these are the superficial lymphatics which are coming, which are draining from the lower limb. So the superficial lymphatics draining from the lower limb, except those lymph nodes which will relay around the short saphenous vein, because the area of drainage of short saphenous vein, the lymphatic channels around the short saphenous vein will drain only into popliteal group of lymph nodes, and those popliteal group of lymph nodes are included in the deep lymphatics of lower limb. So therefore here we need to mention that the entire vertical group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes will drain the lower limb. It will drain the superficial lymphatics of the lower limb, and therefore here I will mention one arrow and write down the entire superficial lymphatics of the lower limb, except, so except, that is minus, I will show minus sign, except the short saphenous vein, the lymph nodes surrounding the short saphenous vein, except the lymph nodes surrounding short saphenous vein, because the lymph nodes surrounding short saphenous vein will drain into popliteal group of lymph nodes. So therefore, except this, the entire superficial lymphatics of the lower limb will drain into the vertical group of the superficial inguinal lymph nodes. Now, all the three, upper lateral, upper medial and vertical group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes will drain into external iliac group of lymph nodes, and therefore here I will show it with this arrow. Here, this will be external iliac lymph nodes, the external iliac group of lymph nodes. So the entire superficial inguinal lymph nodes will drain into external iliac group of lymph nodes, and their pattern of drainage will be either they will pass through femoral canal, or they will pass directly in front of femoral canal, or they will pass lateral to femoral vessels. This is how their pattern of drainage will be there. The pattern of drainage of this superficial group of inguinal lymph nodes in external iliac group of lymph nodes will be number 1 through femoral canal, number 2 in front of femoral canal directly, and number 3 lateral to femoral vessels, they will drain into external iliac group of lymph nodes. So here we finish the superficial inguinal group of lymph nodes. Now if we come on this side, here we have finished the superficial. We have divided the inguinal lymph nodes into superficial and deep. Superficial we have finished. Now the deep. So here, just if I write the deep group of inguinal lymph nodes, the deep group of inguinal lymph nodes, how many are there? They are around 1, 2, 3. They are around 1, 2, 3 in number, usually 3. Where are they arranged? Very important. So therefore, now in the same diagram, if I would like to show, I would like to show here femoral sheath. So therefore, here I will show the femoral sheath here. This is how I will show. Then I will show the 3 compartments. These are the 3 compartments. The medialmost compartment is femoral canal. Intermediate will be, of course, the femoral vein, and lateral will be femoral artery. So therefore, here I will show in the lateral most, let me show here the femoral artery. Then in the medial most here, intermediate, not medial most, the intermediate I will show the femoral vein here. This is where I show the femoral vein, and therefore this great saphenous vein will drain into femoral vein, and the medial most is the femoral canal, and the uppermost part of femoral canal will be known as femoral ring. This is the femoral ring which is closed by femoral septum. We know all these things. Now the deep inguinal group of lymph nodes, 3 in position, vertical, they are always arranged medial to femoral vein. They are always arranged medial to the femoral vein. This is femoral vein. They are arranged medial to femoral vein. And we start from lower. There are 3. We start from the lower, then intermediate, then uppermost. The lowermost lymph node, deep inguinal lymph node, the lowermost will be present on the on the medial side of femoral vein, just below the drainage of great saphenous vein into femoral vein. Then intermediate. The intermediate will be present in the femoral canal. We know that the medialmost compartment is femoral canal, so the intermediate will be present in the femoral canal. That is the intermediate part, the deep inguinal lymph node will be present in femoral canal, which is also known as gland of Cloquet. C-L-O-Q-U-E-T, gland of Cloquet. And the uppermost will be located here. The uppermost is located in the femoral ring, but lateral part of the femoral ring, just below femoral septum. Once again, I'll make it clear. The deep group of inguinal lymph nodes will be 3 vertical, which are always arranged medial to the femoral vein. The lowermost will be arranged where the great saphenous vein will drain into the femoral vein. Middle will be arranged in femoral canal, and the uppermost will be arranged in femoral ring. But which portion? Lateral portion of the femoral ring, below the femoral septum. Now this is the deep inguinal group of lymph nodes. So therefore here we will mark this as, I will take this entire thing and mark it here as deep inguinal lymph nodes and their areas of drainage. Very important. 3 areas of drainage which are very important. The first area of drainage of deep inguinal lymph nodes will be from the entire deep lymphatics accompanying femoral vessels. So the deep lymphatics which accompany the entire femoral vessels, that means the deep lymphatics of lower limb. The entire deep lymphatics of lower limb, because the deep lymphatics accompanying femoral vessels will drain into deep inguinal group of lymph nodes. That includes that is the deep lymphatics of lower limb. Second, the second area of drainage will be? Once again, this is very important. This is asked in 1 mark question answer in MCQ. The glans penis in case of males, in case of females, it will be glans clitoridis. So, the glans clitoridis in case of females. So, these two will also drain in the deep inguinal group of lymph nodes. Glans penis in case of males and glans clitoridis in case of females. MCQs. Third area of drainage will be few superficial inguinal lymph nodes. So, we have to mention this, few superficial inguinal lymph nodes. They will drain into, where they will drain? They will drain into deep inguinal group of lymph nodes. So, the deep inguinal group of lymph nodes will receive the lymphatic drainage from 3 areas. Number 1, from the deep lymphatics accompanying the femoral vessels, that is the deep lymphatics of the lower limb. Then glans penis in case of males and glans clitoridis in case of females. And number 3, from a very few lymphatic drainage, a very few lymph nodes which will drain from superficial inguinal group of lymph nodes. Now, the entire deep lymph nodes, deep inguinal group of lymph nodes will drain into external iliac group of lymph nodes, which I have mentioned here. So here I will show here, I will put counts and I will show here, they will drain into, the entire deep inguinal group of lymph nodes will drain into external iliac lymph nodes. This is very important. And how they will drain is also very important. Remember, the deep inguinal lymph nodes will drain into external iliac lymph nodes by piercing the femoral septum. And where is the femoral septum? Where my finger is there. That we have already understood. So by piercing the femoral septum, the deep inguinal lymph nodes will pass or will drain directly into external iliac lymph nodes. Here we finished the entire deep inguinal lymph nodes. So therefore the entire inguinal lymph nodes we have finished. But if we come on this side, please come on this side. We start with the applied anatomy. The applied anatomy of the inguinal lymph nodes. First point. Now in the first point of applied anatomy, always remember the superficial group of lymph nodes, whenever they are enlarged, they will show the signs of any case of infections or malignant metastasis which will spread from their areas of drainage, from their areas of lymphatic drainage, that is the areas where they drain their lymphatic drainage from. If there is any infection or malignant spread in those areas, then these lymph nodes will be enlarged. This is a very important point. For example, in the upper group of superficial inguinal lymph nodes, we have shown here, if we see this diagram, this upper group, upper lateral and upper medial, this diagram. If these lymph nodes are enlarged, that means there can be disease or malignancies across their areas of drainage. And what are their areas of drainage? Either it could be the infra-umbilical part of anterior abdominal wall, or gluteal region, or perineum, or anal canal below the pectinate line, or vagina below the hymen, or it can be the penis, scrotum and prepuce. So that is enlargement of the upper group of inguinal lymph nodes. So here the first is enlargement of upper group of inguinal lymph nodes. And this is the explanation which you need to mention. Number 2. Now, deep inguinal lymph nodes. If there is enlargement, of deep inguinal lymph nodes, what will happen? In case of enlargement of deep inguinal lymph nodes, we know that there may be infection of their area of drainage. What is their area of drainage of the deep inguinal lymph nodes? These deep inguinal lymph nodes, their area of drainage will be majority from the deep lymphatics of femoral vessels, that is the deep lymphatics of lower limb. So therefore, in cases of the enlargement of deep inguinal lymph nodes, infection can be spread from the lower limb. There can be infection of the lower limb. That is what a doctor can diagnose in case of enlargement of deep inguinal group of lymph nodes. Then point number 3. Now in point number 3, if there is syphilitic lesion, syphilis surrounding the prepuce of the male penis, then upper medial group of inguinal lymph node is involved. And if there is a disease affecting or carcinoma affecting glans penis, then which lymph node is supposed to be enlarged? In case of disease affecting the glans penis, the lymph node which will be enlarged will be the deep inguinal group of lymph nodes, because we have seen that in the deep inguinal group of lymph nodes it will receive its drainage from glans penis in case of males and glans clitoridis in case of females. So therefore, any disease affecting the glans penis, then directly it will lead to enlargement of the deep inguinal group of lymph nodes. In this way, the entire applied anatomy of these inguinal lymph nodes is studied, include their areas of drainage. So here we finished the applied anatomy of inguinal lymph nodes. Thank you very much.